You're everyone's favorite person. People light up when you see them. They call you when they need something. They praise your kindness, your generosity, your endless ability to show up. But when you're alone at night, when the door closes and the performance ends, you feel nothing. Just emptiness, a hollowness so deep it frightens you. If you're watching this right now, you've reached that point where being liked has become your prison, and you can't remember who you are when no one's watching. This video found you for a reason. Let's talk about why everyone likes you, but you feel dead inside. Carl Jung called this the tyranny of the persona. The persona, in Jungian psychology, is the mask you wear to navigate social reality. It's the version of you that goes to work, that smiles at strangers, that says the right thing at the right time. Everyone has one. It's necessary. But here's what most people don't understand. When you've spent so long perfecting your mask, you forget there's a face underneath. You've become so good at being what others need that you've lost contact with what you need. You've traded authenticity for approval, and the unconscious, that deep, powerful part of you that Jung said contains everything you've rejected about yourself. It's screaming, that emptiness you feel. That's not depression. That's your soul telling you that you've abandoned yourself. Think about it. When was the last time you said no to something you didn't want to do? When was the last time you expressed anger, disappointment, or disagreement without immediately softening it with a joke or an apology? You can't remember, can you? Because you've been so busy managing other people's emotions that you've numbed your own. Research in psychology shows that chronic people-pleasing activates the same stress response as trauma. Your nervous system is in a constant state of hypervigilance, scanning every room for approval, adjusting your behavior millisecond by millisecond to avoid rejection. You think you're being kind, but really, you're terrified. So what happens if you keep living like this? You become a ghost in your own life. You're there, but you're not really there. People love you, but they don't know you, because you don't know you. You start to resent the very people you're trying to please. Their texts feel like obligations. Their problems feel like burdens. You smile while helping them, but inside, you're screaming. And here's the cruelest part. Even when they thank you, even when they tell you how amazing you are, you feel nothing. Because praise for a performance doesn't nourish the soul. It's like eating plastic food. It looks right, but it doesn't sustain you. This is what Jung meant when he talked about the shadow. Everything you've denied, your anger, your selfishness, your boundaries, your raw, unfiltered needs, it doesn't disappear. It goes into the shadow, that dark repository of the unconscious. And from there, it sabotages you. You get sick, you burn out, you develop anxiety or depression that seems to come from nowhere. Or you explode in ways that shock you. A sudden outburst, a reckless decision, a relationship imploding. Your shadow isn't gone. It's just been waiting in the basement of your psyche, growing stronger with every time you said yes when you meant no. If this content is making sense to you, click the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Imagine you're at a party. Someone asks you about your weekend plans. You pause. In that pause, there's a flicker of something. Maybe you want to stay home alone, read a book, do nothing. But before you can even feel that desire fully, you've already adjusted it. You say something agreeable, something that makes you seem fun and available. You've done this so many times you don't even notice anymore. But your unconscious notices. And every time you do this, you betray yourself a little more. The emptiness grows. But what if I told you that this emptiness is not your enemy? And what if the hollowness you feel is actually the most honest thing about you right now? Jung believed that psychological symptoms aren't flaws. They're messages from the unconscious, desperate attempts to restore balance. Your emptiness is your psyche's way of telling you that the persona has become too dominant. You've invested everything in the mask and nothing in the self beneath it. The emptiness is clearing space. It's saying, stop performing, come home to yourself. This is where the real work begins. Not the work of becoming more likable or more giving, but the work Jung called individuation, the process of becoming who you actually are, not who you think you should be. Viktor Frankl, who survived Nazi concentration camps, wrote that between stimulus and response there is a space. Once in that space is our power to choose our response. You've been reacting automatically, reflexively adjusting yourself to fit every situation. Individuation means reclaiming that space. It means pausing before you say yes. It means asking yourself, what do I actually want here? Here's how you start. First, you must practice micro-authenticity. Don't try to revolutionize your entire personality overnight. Start small. When someone asks, "How are you?" and you're tired, say, "Honestly, I'm exhausted." Just once. Notice what happens. Usually, nothing bad. Sometimes, something beautiful. Real connection. Second, you need to befriend your shadow. Spend 15 minutes journaling about everything you resent, but don't say. Write about the people who drain you. Write about what you'd do if you weren't afraid of being disliked. Don't censor it. And this isn't about acting on every impulse. It's about acknowledging that these parts of you exist. What you make conscious, you can integrate. What you keep unconscious controls you. Third, establish one boundary this week. Just one. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Maybe you don't respond to a text immediately. Maybe you decline one invitation. Notice the discomfort, that feeling, the guilt, the anxiety. That's not evidence that you're doing something wrong. That's the persona panicking because its grip is loosening. Sit with it. Breathe through it. Your nervous system needs to learn that you can survive being disapproved of. Fourth, reconnect with your body. People pleasers live entirely in their heads, constantly calculating social dynamics. Your body holds the truth. When someone asks you for something, you drop into your body before answering. Do you feel expansion or contraction, lightness or heaviness? Your body knows before your mind does. This isn't just about setting boundaries or being more assertive. This is about who you become when you stop performing. Jung said the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, not who your parents needed you to be, not who your friends expect, not the person who makes everyone comfortable, but the person whose existence is an honest expression of their inner reality. That person might be quieter than you thought, or louder, or weirder, or more difficult, and fewer people might like them. But you will finally recognize yourself in the mirror. And that recognition, that sense of coming home to yourself, is worth more than 1,000 shallow approvals. Alan Watts once said we spend our whole lives trying to be genuine, but we're performing genuineness. You've been performing kindness, performing agreeability, performing whatever you thought would keep you safe. But the self doesn't want performance. It wants presence. It wants you to show up as you are, messy and contradictory and beautifully imperfect. The emptiness you feel is the cost of abandonment, self-abandonment, and the fullness you're searching for. It only comes when you stop running from who you are. So here's my question for you. What is the first boundary you will set this week? What is the one thing you've been saying yes to that you'll finally say no to? Comment below, because the simple act of writing it down is already a vote for your new identity. It's a declaration that you're choosing yourself. If this video made you rethink what it means to be kind, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because here we go deeper than just ready-made phrases. We're excavating the unconscious. We're reclaiming the self. There's another video waiting for you, one that takes this even deeper, about the shadow work that changes everything. Keep going, keep watching. I'll see you there.